All right, Meta Knight.
Samus, I don't know that you could think of 2 different characters in this game.
Well, I mean, for starters, Samus has a neck. So that's like...
you ain't wrong. I mean, sometimes.
Okay,
I mean, when we got those rolls, we got the Morphball, maybe there's a little bit of similarity right there.
You know what? I'll give that up. I like that. That's a good point right now. All right, we'll see how these play styles differ. That's going to be the real testament right there to how this one's going to go down. Dusk and Fantasia.
I mean, as the game has evolved, Meta Knight players have gotten more and more degenerate. This character can kill you off of literally any hit. If you get hit by a dash attack, just put your controller down and hooray. Because it feels like they can react to your DI no matter what you do, just about.
Meta Knight really is one of the characters I just enjoy seeing highlights on Twitter from like the most because, you know, big MK guy, I love them back in Brawl, you know, Smash 4 is a little lacking, but I feel like in Ultimate definitely can hang for sure with the right pilot behind him. We're going to have to find out if Dusk can be that pilot right now as Fantasia with a pretty comfortable lead, I want to say, at this point. You know, just how good Samus is. Samus has been having some good representation lately. Yada's back. Sinsky just came off of a huge top 8 placement at Smash Factor, so Sam is definitely making some waves. I know Icy Mist, she is in the building as well, so a lot of good Samuses at this event. It looks like we can throw Fantasia into that mix as well.
I mean, we were already seeing what makes this character good is that you think Samus, you think Zoner, but in reality, this character can box. Great out-of-shield options and some ability to go aggressive with things like forward air and this up air. Juggle opportunities abound if you are careful with when you toss out these committal hitbox.
Oh, absolutely. I would say definitely Samus, a character, has definitely made me a fan in like the kind of the last year or so. I definitely kind of appreciate this. Really, you have to fight pretty hard with this character, but the efficiency that which people play at is so good. You see Dusk right now having to play so far from behind. This is kind of looking like the first really one-sided set potentially that we've had. I know we had that 3-stock in the previous game, but we know how that kind of finished out. It was a nail-biter. This one right now, Dusk definitely not quite up to par, at least in this first game, but you never know what could happen.
So Fantasia's doing a really good job as well of DIing correctly whenever they get hit by this Meta Knight. You know why? Yeah. It's because this is a character that's not only heavy but floaty in Samus. The character can be a little bit difficult to combo, so in those situations, Dusk has to react in like a quarter of a second after you get those weird hitboxes of dash attack or neutral air. And if you don't, and if you're forced to just dash forward and swing, well, we see what happens. Fantasia can react, toss out aggressive hitboxes, and is never really at risk of losing a stock.
And that really is kind of like the last thing you want to hear is as a Meta Knight player that that character you're going against, a little difficult to combo in some spots. Agreed. This character thrives off that ability to combo. That is where it is. It's literally Meta Knight's bread and butter.
Yeah, this character ain't taking you across the stage and potentially killing you at 50, then it runs into some problems. The neutral's a little bit one-dimensional with Meta Knight. You just don't have the range of the burst options outside of that dash attack.
You do not. I would say the problem is pretty evident right now. It is this Samus right now. Finally, though, the Nair going a little deep to get that one, but much needed. However, still such a disadvantage that does find themselves at. Let's see if we can kind of rally a little bit, at least get it down to 1 stock, make it a little interesting.
I really like the option that we just saw from Dusk, though. You saw that they connected with the back air, and then they waited to see what Fantasia would do. The waits can lead to these moments where you can react and take all that damage.
Let's see, a little tricky. Can be a little tricky right there to edge guard Samus. A little bit more of a crafty character than a lot of people might give her credit for.
What if I just land in front of shield? Please don't hit a button.
Like nobody's doing anything.
Exactly. Both players are just like, I got to get out of here, please. Defensive options only in that situation. Great forward air, again with a pump fake too. Fantasia's been really elusive with these movements, and that is exactly what you want to see. You throw your opponent off, you make them confused as to where you're trying to set up, and then when you finally commit, they won't be ready.
That was so good. The bomb on the ledge, and now you're dead. Because I was thinking about the bomb right there. It was the up smash I was looking for. Perfectly executed. Fantasia. Outstanding game number 1. Wow.
So that's exactly what you want to see if you're Samus. You want to be playing reactively. You want to allow your opponent to swing, and then you want to use things like your pivot grab, and that seemed to be the big X factor right there. Yep. Every time that Dusk was trying to dash attack in, or trying to just dash in with a shield, the pivot grab was there, the dash grab was there, and that claims so much space, and Meta Knight just doesn't have anything that can challenge.
And I love that too, because it's like, as a character with a tether grab, it's easy to sometimes be a little hesitant to pull the trigger on that. Not in the case of Fantasia. It's like, you know what? I know what you're going for. I know when you're coming in. I'm going to strike first, strike hard. Good counterplay as well. Just beautiful stuff to get that 2-star. So let's see where Dusk is going to take us for game number 2. Trying to respond. The 5 Nights of Freddy shirt, very clean. Yeah. Very clean up there, okay? Looking very clean.
You got the recognition right there. I dig it. So now back on PS2's kind of second burst, same as the first. I don't think that the stage played too big of a role right there, and then you get the ability to reset your jumps on those plats. So I'm digging it.
I, too, am a fan. Okay. All right, last part of that rapid jab going to connect. Now, last time what it was like a very hot, aggressive start for Fantasia. If Dusk can maybe avoid some of that, like out the gate. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ever be in that position where you're just taking a clean 80 in the first 30 seconds. That's what you don't want to do.
Great tech right there from Fantasia. Dusk, I think, starting to learn from that first game. We have to go off stage every single time with multiple hitboxes. This Samus cannot be getting back unscathed.
And even, I mean, Samus is going to get back, but like not for free, right? Like you have to tax some of that percentage so it does kind of come to your aid a little bit later in the set.
Plus, you're also just like forcing your opponent into a tech check. It's like, I know that I can tech in these situations. Can you?
Yeah.
And on PS2, it's particularly difficult because you could get hit underneath the lip of that stage and through no fault of your own, find yourself dying relatively early.
I've seen many a times those techs have been a little bit mistimed because of the stage that we're on. Stadium definitely going to test you in more ways than one, and the test right now is on for Dusk. If he has learned anything from game number 1, definitely a better start for sure. Okay, commit, up B. Oh no,
he waited out the air dodge.
I would just pull the trigger. I know you might not get the stock there, but like you want the damage in these situations, my boy. And the bomb interrupting the back, that would have been a stock.
100%. I mean, that's a great call out, EE. That's one of those where if you don't have that option available, the stock is gone and there's literally nothing you can do about it.
That's tough.
All right, another forward air, keeping this pressure going. Fantasia cannot land. Air dodges away, a little bit terrified in that situation, but finally 2 feet on the ground. This is where Samus wants to be. Play a little bit of neutral.
And this is so good from Dusk. Just one of the major changes I'm seeing, just not running into the hits of Fantasia, not allowing Fantasia to just get all this free damage. No, you got to work a little bit harder for it. And right now we are seeing that put on display. Still jockeying, trying to get this first stock off. Who wants it more? Okay. Thought there was going to be an air dodge punish right there. Not meant to be. Fantasia.
Oh, what a call
out. Hello.
I mean, just waiting for so long. We actually got a bit of a charge on that forward smash.
That was amazing. Right in Dusk's face as well, too. Like,
it's like, listen, I knew about this yesterday. Come on.
Like, what are you going to do about this? Well, answer is a whole lot of nothing. But Dusk does end up responding, though, back here off of the stage, evening up these stocks. What a great exchange we had. It's so telling right now that we've seen multiple times Scabs in different sets. A game one kind of pseudo blowout into adaptation in the next game. I love that.
That just shows you we're so deep into this game that even like the players that you don't get a chance to see on stream too much are smart.
Yes.
They've seen these situations before. They've been playing Smash for long enough to know what Samus does. And what Meta Knight can do in these situations is respond aggressively with these aerials.
Oh, okay, runs into the grab.
Max range too with it. Waiting out the air dodge? Nah, Dusk not giving it up. I respect
I'm glad. Don't panic. No need to do panic options. Samus can definitely thrive on punishing those air dodge, but right there you're running in with those shields. You know the grab is coming. A lot of different options right now. Fantasia definitely starting to feel it a little bit. I feel a little bit of panic from Dusk. Not really sure which way I should be approaching right now. And in that hesitation, in that confusion, Fantasia going to snatch that second stock.
And all that came from Dusk bailed out of one situation on the edge and wasn't able to get advantage back at all.
He wanted that. The bomb interrupted it off of the up air, so really still wanted to try and get that up B in there. A little too hopeful on that one. Was not meant to be. And look at that, Fantasia Scabs. What a lead that has been developed right there. A little bit slow on the trigger there.
I mean, that's the old head tech right there. We all know that you have never been able to punish Meta Knight forward smash on shield.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't. How many years? It never changes.
They just do it again.
Oh my goodness. All right, can Fantasia do it again though? Get this 2-0 victory right now. Obviously, Dusk with something to say about that. I love the way Dusk has played for a good majority of this match, and even still trailing in percentage has definitely brought it to doable situation. He's got to figure out a way to close that gap. Good. Fantasia with a great call out. I mean, goodness. The forward smash, the charge shots, the grabs, all of this amounting to so much damage.
I mean, you're reacting to the fact that Dusk has been relying on these movement options? No way. I didn't know this character had stopped me, EE.
Good move.
I didn't think that would connect.
What's that mouse character from Rivals? That might. That's the
Olympia?
same. Yeah, Olympia be doing the same thing in Rivals.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Wow. All right, I'm not mad about it. Well, I see where the inspiration came from now. Good stuff to Fantasia. Definitely played outstanding Smash right there. Good response, though, from Dusk. I do want to give Dusk some credit. Was definitely a 180 turn from what we saw in game number 1. Just wasn't quite enough. Again, Fantasia with so many good reads and callouts, confidently, too, in the playstyle. netted the 2-0 victory for him.
I mean, the blueprint was there for Dusk. Anytime that Fantasia was on their back feet, all of a sudden Dusk had the momentum, was able to actually be aggressive in the air, in particular, juggle